CM Punk fans, listen up. I want to hear what your boy just recently had to say because he made some seriously intriguing comments regarding WWE. He did so in a recent appearance, did not hold back, and he's directly addressed something that WWE, well, they go out of their way to keep under wraps, a topic in which they don't want to discuss. What could it be? Why is it so sensitive? And why are the truth bombs making CM Punk a much bigger star? Now, CM Punk, since returning to WWE in November of 2023, has been continuously pushed as one of their biggest stars. You know it, I know it, we all know it. CM Punk didn't get to wrestle at WrestleMania 40 due to an injury. He would have against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, but only a year later. Not only does he get to work a WrestleMania, not only does he get to work Seth Rollins in that spot, but he also gets to do it in the main event of WrestleMania. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, triple threat, night one, WrestleMania 41. Now, we all know what happened there. Things did not go CM Punk's way. Why? Well, Paul Heyman opted, a Paul Heyman who walked him down to the ring, turned on CM Punk. He also turned on Roman Reigns, okay? Two of the worst low blows you'll ever see in a pro wrestling match, but hey, Heyman got the job done. He got Seth over. Following night, or 2 nights later, rather, because that was on Saturday, on Monday Night Raw, we saw Seth Rollins, all in yellow, looked like a banana, come out there with Paul Heyman. And CM Punk came out to confront him. And Roman Reigns came out to confront them. And Braun Breaker came out there to absolutely smash these folks. So clearly, WWE is building towards a CM Punk teaming up with a very unlikely name in Roman Reigns to take on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. When that match is going to happen, we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Let's get back into why you guys checked out this video in the first place. Okay, I wanted to set the scene for what we're about to discuss. So CM Punk, he was on the Masked Man show heading into WrestleMania, and he offered his perspective on WWE's approach regarding talent and talking about politics in public, whether that be on social media or in interviews. And he suggested that WWE, he thinks that they prefer its wrestlers to refrain from making political statements. He said, I don't think the company wants us to be outwardly political. I don't think, and I do feel like there's probably different rules for different people, hinting at potential inconsistencies in regards to their guidelines. Now, he then alluded into his own political learnings. He said, I think it's pretty obvious what my politics are. I never understood Democrat or Republican glazing president. The president should just do his job. If you're wearing hats and shirts promoting the president and all that stuff, we have very much seen recently all the people who voted against their best interest because they thought this president wasn't going to do bad, stupid crap to the people they don't like. He then shifted the complex expectations, I should say, on its entertainers these days. He said, it's strange, ugly world out there. The only thing that I can do is to be true to myself and implement and be a voice for myself and my family and my community in the world. I don't know what people want from us as entertainers. I'm supposed to quit my job because somebody on Twitter says WWE is a MAGA company. Okay, you Lord Elon Musk, Twitter saying stupid crap. Shut the F up. What have you done? So he went on and he talked about how I've done a lot. I just don't broadcast it. I put my money where my mouth is, and the money I make goes to helping impoverished people. I don't need to write my name on a GoFundMe to make myself feel better about the crappy person that I am. So explosive comments made by CM Punk here, right? So let's break these down. Number one, the latter of the whole GoFundMe. A lot of people think he was alluding to Chris Jericho. Look, whether you like Jericho or you don't, he does offer a ton of money, and he gives a lot of money to a lot of various GoFundMe accounts out there, primarily in the pro wrestling industry, whether it's wrestlers that need surgeries, wrestlers that need, funeral costs covered, tragedies, families, you name it, he gives a lot of money. Okay. So I think you have to at least give him credit for giving back to the industry. Okay. Regardless of your personal feelings in regards to Chris Jericho. In terms of political talk, I have a personal rule. I refuse to talk politics. Okay. That includes my family. I will not talk about politics. because it gets way too weird. You can be on the same side and it still gets weird. You can be on different sides and it could tear families apart. We've all seen this. And I would just say that we're all Americans and we should all be proud of this country. That's what I would say. Okay. So him talking about how, people are calling WWE a MAGA company. Well, yeah, I would say that's correct. Why? Well, number one, you have this company is something of which Linda McMahon is part of President Trump's cabinet, right? She's part of the system, the government system. They, Linda, Stephanie, Triple H, they were at a recent Trump party, okay? The Undertaker, Kane have endorsed him. They had Trump on Taker's podcast. So, and then you look at TKO, you look at Dana White, the UFC president, huge Trump fan, spoke for him at the National Convention of Republicans, has had him at countless UFC events. Obviously, Trump and WWE go way back. Okay, Trump's in their Hall of Fame. So I can see how people would think WWE may be a MAGA company. Does that mean that they're a bad company? No. Does that mean that they're a great company? No. It just means they're a company. Okay, regardless of political, views. So, yeah, I can see why CM Punk would feel like that. I could see why CM Punk would think that WWE doesn't want them to talk about this subject. I get all that. I agree with that. I think it's truthful. In regards to CM Punk, I think his work in 2024 was some of the best of his career. He was sidelined with an injury. He had to deal with an injury. He had to appear on television and not get physical. His feud with Drew McIntyre, his feud with Seth Rollins. 2025 has been outstanding. He also shared in this interview that WWE is trying to get him to sign a new deal. I can understand why. He's selling so much merch for them. And he pointed out in this interview, he goes, the day and age in which, hey, if you headline a WrestleMania, that improves your money. That's not the case. Because they're getting such large amounts of money to be paid on a salary. I would assume, though, that he still gets royalties on top of that. So like any merch he'll get a cut of that. But maybe that's negotiated in his deal. I don't know. If I'm him, I want a cut of the royalties on top of my salary. I don't want royalties built into the deal, but I don't know how he structured that. But anyway, very interesting comments made by one